Imagine yourself in a new place, very different from where you grew up. Everything is new and it's fascinating, but soon this feeling of newness, it fades away, and you start having a feeling of disconnect instead, a feeling that everything you grew up with, sights, smells, sounds, tastes, are becoming unfamiliar. But thankfully, you exist in a time and space where you, your homeland, and people who are culturally similar to you exist in this all-inclusive bubble of cyberspace, an ease of connect that our generation has the privilege to enjoy. A new platform of existence, a new dimension to build a virtual nation. So how do we exist in this virtual space? Just like real life, we create an identity, and we exist in groups or communities based on our likes, our dislikes, our differences, our preferences. However, unlike real life, your identity is not based on your physicality. And the groups that you build is not based on proximity. This idea may seem a little dystopian because it's almost wrong to be able to interact without physically being there. Some may argue that virtual people are not real people and that virtual communities are not real communities. But how true is this idea of online anonymity equals immorality? We collaborate every day on so many platforms such as Wikipedia, YouTube, Google Maps, based on this trust amongst our virtual peers, and they seem to be quite a success. To be able to exist online anonymously makes you a person of opinions, free from geographical and physical limitations. And this has a huge impact on globalization and the design of globalized services. We design services according to certain standards. These standards, they mirror the insecurities of cultures disappearing into a less individual global village instead of forming a virtual nation. And why this insecurity? Because what we design has affordances. Affordances are any clues that an object gives to hint at how it should be used. It determines the users and the usability of the design. In simple words, it means who gets to use that service and who does not. As designers, it's a very important question to ask. Who are we including in the virtual spaces that we are building? And who are we excluding? Just like natural selection and evolution, cultures that cannot thrive and cannot compete, they fade away. Let's take this city as an example. Vancouver, Canada is ranked as one of the top most livable cities around the world. Almost 52% of its people speak a first language that's not English. So this means it's a welcoming haven for culturally diverse immigrants. Also, another survey by the Vancouver Foundation in 2017 states that almost 1/4 of its people find themselves feeling more alone than they would like to. These are not numbers you wish to associate with future ideal cities. It's only when you feel accepted that you find it easier to integrate into society. So can the cyberspace or the virtual space be that third node of connect to build better virtual nations that give you the cultural comfort whenever and wherever you need it? Maybe that in turn can help us make real-life societies more meaningful and stronger. I would like to leave all of you with this question. How do we, as designers and as participants, create virtual nations that break down barriers of cultural segregation? Thank you.